just so good to have you all to myself. You know, it's like Grand Central Station in here sometimes.
Yeah, I guess I keep a lot of people busy between my therapy and the campaign.
Do you remember what it used to be like when we were first married? I mean, all that time together, just, you and me. Well, it's gonna be like that when you get home. Just you and me the whole time. We're gonna have so much time together. You're gonna like it. You know, I think I've become a much more interesting person since I started working in the campaign. I've been learning a lot of things.
What sort of things?
You know, things like election districts, block campaign parties, now, and how good it is to have a candidate, no matter how good he is, get in office. For instance, let's see, the Finelli column. You know, I've spoken to a lot of people, and they don't think his column is going to make any difference.
Who have you been speaking to? Mom?
I'm serious, Frank. Is it going to make any difference? Do you think he's going to say anything else?
I certainly hope not.
Has he come by again?
He was by the other day.
And?
Well, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Good. I don't think we have anything to worry about either. Let me pour you some orange juice, okay?
You awake? Hey, are we glad about that? Jill and Charlie are outside.
Oh, Bob.
Oh, hi, honey. Look, we just had a meeting of the committee.
Yeah?
Look, Frank and I were just talking.
Honey, this is important, please.
Come on, let's hear it. What's up?
Well, maybe Jill and Charlie ought to be here. You guys, when the committee's awake.
Frank, this isn't fair.
Hello, Mrs. Ryan, how are you?
Hello, Delia. We have had a very lively evening.
How are you, Frank? Well, a little curious. What's going on?
You better tell them, Charlie.
Well, Frank, campaign's running very smoothly, and everyone's very pleased in view of the circumstances, but it looks like we're going to need a final push.
Like what?
Well, there are just too many rumors floating around the district. You know, he's paralyzed from the neck down. He's too sick to do the job. The club's trying to put one over. Frank, I think we're going to need a personal appearance.
Okay. All we need is to figure out how we're going to do it.
Frank, you've been making great progress with the therapy. Now, if we could just get you into a wheelchair.
No! He is too sick. He's not strong enough.
Dee, we won't do anything without Roger and my father's approval, but we've got to get Frank out of here long enough so that people can see that he's going to get well.
All right, when is this supposed to happen?
Friday night before the election.
10 days.
It'd make all the difference in the world, pal.
Frank, just one appearance.
We got to show them you're ready to go.
I don't see why not.
No! No, I won't let you. I can't let you. He's sick. He's my husband. No, I won't let that happen. I won't let you kill him.
15 Seconds with Michael Norrie.
Caleb is not concerned with what people think about him, which makes him a delicious character to play. I'm much more of a social being. I would not be good for long periods of time on a mountaintop.
Catch Michael Norrie on All My Children weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
This week.
This is her first Christmas without Cole.
Please don't go, because I need you right now. We're engaged.
Why don't we just get married now?
Watch One Life to Live weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
You know how it is. You look in the mirror one day and you go, how am I going to lose this weight? eDiet's meal delivery from eDiets.com. It's the easiest, smartest, most delicious way to eat great and finally lose the weight. I know you're thinking, eat great and lose weight? Really? Really.
You'll love the food. There's no MSG, no fake sugars.
The food tastes fantastic. It's awesome. Very delicious.
It tastes wonderful.
Call now or go to eDiets.com. Choose from over 100 fresh prepared meals, not dehydrated diet food, but really delicious food. eDiets will deliver your favorite meals and snacks in a chill fresh container.
All you have to do is relax, enjoy, and eat great. All the way to slim.
I lost 115 pounds.
65 pounds.
25 pounds.
94 pounds.
Along the way, eDiets.com gives you real support.
Terrific online tools, access to registered dietitians and trainers, and friends who care about your success.
They're there with you to hold your hand, and they really care.
Truthfully, I like everything about eDiets.
I've lost 30 pounds. All of a sudden, I find myself a changed person.
Hey, I made it to 50 pounds, and look at me now, I'm 60 pounds.
Millions of people have turned eDiets.com to lose the weight. Now it's your turn.
Call or go to eDiets.com and sign up for 7 full days of meals, 3 meals per day, fresh prepared just for you, plus snacks. So don't wait. Join eDiets. Eat great food and lose weight fast.
I believe that eDiets can change people's lives.
My husband will often say, "You're the hot wife." That's just boosted my confidence a lot.
eDiets has changed my life forever.
Call to find out how you can get 1 week of meals absolutely free. That's right. 1 week of fresh prepared food, 1 week of weight loss, 1 week of success, free.
Free? What are you waiting for? Call or go online to get started now.
Call 1-800-279-1604 or visit eDiets.com now.
Come in.
Pat Ryan, you had no right to do that tonight.
Did something go wrong?
Yeah, you invited me to Lem's for dinner, then you changed partners on me. That's what went wrong. I mean, do you think that's some sort of game or what?
Well, I just thought that you and Bucky might enjoy a quiet dinner together without a lot of distractions.
Pat, I'm really amazed at you. I really am. You know the situation between Bucky and me? About the last thing we need is someone trying to play Cupid.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd think it was funny. Didn't you like the message in the fortune cookies?
Don't you think we're all a little bit old for that, Pat? I mean, Bucky and I both told you there was nothing that could be done, and we don't need to be forced into some stupid social situation. That's not going to solve anything.
I'm sorry. It's just I like you both so much, and it seems to me Bucky could be so good for you, Faith.
Pat, it's up to me to decide who's good for me and who isn't.
Oh, of course it is.
And we both decided we don't want to go around together anymore, and that's that.
Only you don't know what it's been like trying to work with the two of you lately. I mean, somebody would think it's the end of the world. You walk around with long faces, you never look at each other unless you absolutely have to, and when you do, it's so polite, so careful. We used to have so much fun around there. I'm just trying to get some of that back.
Pat, I'm sorry if things haven't been very much fun for you. But Bucky and I have to deal with this in our own time and our own way, and I just wish you'd stay out of all this.
I certainly didn't mean to make things harder. Was Bucky mad, too?
Yeah, more or less. He was very cold, very distant. We talked, maybe things will be better in the future, I don't know.
Well, that's something.
Pat, the point is, I was really looking forward to having dinner with you. I mean, I just wanted to get away from the hospital, my father, bad situation with Bucky. I just thought we could relax, maybe laugh, have a good time together. You stood me up.
Oh, you know I didn't mean it that way.
You may not have meant it that way. That's the way it turned out, though.
Faith.
I guess my feelings got bruised a little bit.
Well, that's one of the last things I had in mind.
Well...
I thought that it was really the right thing, honest.
Okay.
Am I forgiven?
Yeah. But the next time you get some...
there won't be a next time. I learned my lesson. I don't like getting scolded.
Hey, Pat, have you...
I suppose it's your turn to chew me out, huh?
Yeah, something like that. Hello, Faith.
You can have him now. I'm finished. Bye, Pat.
Good night.
Just leave him alone. Do you want to kill him?
Honey, we're not trying to hurt Frank. We just want to see that he wins the election.
Bob! That isn't fair. He's sick and he's not strong enough.
How about it, Frank? You think you can do it?
Sitting up in the wheelchair is going to be the big problem. I spend the first few minutes on the tilt table trying not to pass out.
It's not so good.
But if I had time maybe to get used to the chair.
How could you do that? That's going to set you back terribly.
Frank, you have over a week to get ready.
Bob, this is crazy.
Have you worked out any of the details yet?
Not yet, Frank. We thought we'd talk to you before we planned anything definite.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we can pull it off, there should be a lot of publicity out of this. Bob, there's no reason why we shouldn't get a release out in the morning.
Right.
Start building it up. Get the word out. Jill, I want to start working on a speech right away. Something short, but enough to tell them that I'm keeping up with what's going on. Can you give me an hour sometime tomorrow?
Oh, I certainly can.
That's our boy. That's the old Frank Ryan talking.
Somebody better tell Mary that I'm going to need as much therapy as I can take, right?
You've all gone crazy. You don't care. You don't care about him. You're just using him, that's all. I'm not going to let you get away with it.
Make an exact record.
Roger, look, you've got to go in there. Please, you don't know what they're doing in there. Stop them, please.
Well, stop what?
They don't care anything about Frank.
No, Delia, who's they?
Charlie Ferris, he's got this stupid idea that he could plan this public appearance for Frank the Friday before the election. Jill and Bob are making Frank do it. He can't sit him in a wheelchair. You know he can't. Please, Roger, just do something.
Delia. Now, we're not going to let Frank do anything that might set back his recovery by as much as 5 minutes.
Charlie and Jill just care about Frank's winning. They don't care about anything else. It's just a big ego trip for them.
You don't mean that.
Oh, yes, I do. I am sick and I am tired of everything coming in between me and Frank. I just want him for myself just once.
Roger.
Yes, Jill.
What do you want?
I want to talk to Roger about Frank.
I already talked to him. And he said there's nothing he's going to do for Frank because Frank's condition will become worse.
That's exactly what I want to find out. Roger, what do you think? Do you think that a personal appearance is bad for Frank?
Well, Dee just mentioned it.
He's so excited about the idea. He's in there with Charlie and Bob, filled with enthusiasm and excitement. Now, that can't be bad for him.
You have a very strange idea about what's good for my husband.
Delia, I want a professional opinion from Roger. Now, tell me, what do you think?
Well, why don't I take a look at him?
His spirits are higher than they've been in weeks.
Well, in that case, it could be good for him. I mean, it would give him a positive goal to work for.
No, Roger, that's not what you said.
No, I said that I wouldn't allow anything bad to happen to him. But if this works, it could be worth months of normal therapy.
Now, what does he have to do? I mean, how does he have to work towards that?
Well, obviously, he's got to get used to sitting up in a wheelchair. Now, actually, he'd be strapped in. When's the appearance scheduled?
The end of next week.
That doesn't give us much time. I'd say under normal circumstances, it would be at least 6 weeks before we could do this.
Yeah, but these aren't normal circumstances. And besides, Frank needs something to sustain him.
Well, if we could get him used to that chair.
Roger, you can't be serious. You're trying to fit 6 weeks of therapy into 10 days. You know that's not good for him.
Dee, this could be the best possible thing for Frank. A patient's drive to recover is more important than any factor.
Roger, will you look in on him? He asked me to come look for you.
I'll take a look right now.
Okay.
Dee, don't worry.
You would do anything just to keep Frank and me apart, wouldn't you?
Please, Dee, I've got work to do.
That's why you like this campaign, because it's keeping us apart. You want him to get elected because you want him for yours. But it's not going to work, Jill.
Delia, did you hear what Roger said and what this could mean for Frank?
I don't care.
Don't you want him to win the election?
I want my husband.
Delia, just for once, will you please consider what's good for Frank and what he wants?
3, 2, One Tree Hill.
Fabulous.
One Tree Hill New Year's Day Marathon, Saturday, January 1st, starting at 9 a.m. on SoapNet.
The debate is on.
It's hot topic.
No other place talks politics like this.
In politics, all's fair.
No topic is ever off the table.
So amazing.
The View, weekdays only on ABC.
That pledge under your sink isn't just a great way to clean wood. Pledge is also gentle on leather, safe on stainless. Mr. Spot, great for shining motorcycles. Wood, come on, it's Pledge. Car seats and dashboards, hey there. Cleans laminate furniture or whatever that was, even granite. Today, Pledge shines a whole lot more than just end tables.
It's your Pledge now.
SC Johnson, a family company.
We try to be perfect. We pretend high heels don't hurt and that we can handle anything life throws at us. But there are times that we need a moment to remember. We're only human.
That's more than enough.
Your moment, your Dove.
Hi.
Hi. New Year's is a great time to start fresh with new possibilities. Who knows what's going to happen? Should we get a drink?
I think we should.
Okay.
New year, new beginning. Match.com. Start for free today.
People are talking about John and Natalie on One Life to Live. Marla Hipsher Stewart posted on Facebook, "I want to know who's the daddy of Natalie's baby. The wait is driving me crazy." Don Morrow says, "I think John will be there for Natalie regardless of the paternity." Joanna Marino adds, "I just hope he remembers how much he loves her and how many lies he has told her, so he forgives her quickly." But Chandrika Brock says, "I hope John is the father. He deserves a child." People are talking about One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
What's going on?
I think I goofed.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm sure you had some great idea that Faith and I were going to look at each other across the room and fall into each other's arms.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, it didn't work out that way. And the only arms she fell into were yours.
Oh, now that didn't mean anything. It was by way of an apology of my stunt earlier. I'm sorry it didn't work out for you two. I really am. Because the two of you make such sense together.
Oh, well, terrific, if the chemistry's right, which it isn't. Okay, I love her. You know that, she knows that, but it isn't enough. And nothing's going to be changed by talking about it.
Somehow it just makes things harder. I feel like I just opened a fortune cookie that said, "Keep your nose out of other people's business."
Oh, no, man, that's not fair. I've certainly asked your help enough up until now. But nothing's worked. Look, I'm never going to make it with Faith. The whole thing was probably a fantasy in my head.
Oh, it was more than that.
No, not much. Man, but it is so hard to get over. I mean, when I came in here just now and saw you two, I hated it.
That really wasn't anything. I was just trying to make her feel better.
Yeah, I mean, but it shouldn't hurt so much. I mean, she never lets me come that close to her. I mean, emotionally or physically. And anytime I ever came near her, all I ever did was make her clutch.
Look, I really thought it would have been great if it had worked out with you and Faith, and I'm really sorry that it didn't. But Bucky, the three of us are still friends, and when we're on duty together, it shouldn't have to be like a morgue.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I have been suffering lately. And I know Faith has. But man, every time I look at her, I just feel worse. Hey, maybe you could help her, huh? You can get through to her better than I ever could.
Well, I have known her for years. She's used to me.
Why don't you go see if you can cheer her up, huh? I mean, it just makes it tougher when every time I look at her, she looks away sad. Maybe you could help.
Next, take a trip to the Upper West Side on Ryan's Hope. Later, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Only on SoapNet. Who's coming and who's going? SoapNet has the status update on your favorite stars. You know her as General Hospital's Emily and Rebecca, but now Natalia Livingston is moving to Salem on Days of Our Lives.
How can I stay away?
On One Life to Live, Brandon Buddy is saying so long.
This is the right thing to do.
While Terry Colombino is Landview's newest resident.
That is amazing.
Daniel Cosgrove returns to All My Children as Scott Chandler.
Come here often?
And General Hospital fans can now catch Tristan Rogers on The Young and the Restless.
But that's a bonus.
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet.
Score delivery pizza.
Ouch!
Minus the delivery price. For fresh delivery taste without the delivery price, it's DiGiorno.
Glamming it up is part of my job. With Olay Clean, Fresh Skin, that's my cleanser's job. Challenge what's possible with Olay Facial Cleansers. They clean deep down for naturally beautiful skin, even without makeup. Well, maybe just a little. Facial Cleansers by Olay.
Can we turn the AC up? I'm dying back here.
Jeff, eat a Snickers, please.
Why?
Every time you get hungry, you turn into a diva.
A diva?
Yes, a diva.
Okay.
Thank you.
Better?
You're not you when you're hungry.
Better.
Snickers satisfies.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
One, two, three. Bonsai.
Here's to the new year and the start of something great.
Ooh.
New year, new beginning. Match.com.
I'm gonna go get him this year.
Start for free today.
It's a farewell event you don't want to miss. ABC Daytime and SoapNet salute Broadway Cares, the grand finale celebration. For one final amazing night, catch the stars of All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital, and The View on Broadway in New York City.
Thank you so much.
This is the final Broadway Cares performance ever, so don't miss your last chance to see this special event, Sunday, March 13th. ABC Daytime and SoapNet salute Broadway Cares, the grand finale celebration. For ticket information, go to abc.com or soapnet.com.
You're on tour with Port Shot.
Want to know what your favorite General Hospital rockers have been up to?
5 days of crazy. Oh, yeah.
Port Chuck just finished their first tour.
Here we go.
And SoapNet's got an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the guys on the road. To see more of Port Chuck on tour,
Go to soapnet.com. I'll see you again soon.
Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry tonight.
Frank, you'll be running the 100-yard dash in 10 days.
Right.
I'm there whenever you want me, Frank.
Thanks a lot, Charlie.
Okay,
now, so long, bud. Right.
Take care.
Well, I think that that's enough excitement for one night.
You gotta hand it to Charlie Ferris. He's an old pro from way back. Personal appearance is just the right move, and the timing is terrific.
Well, you better think about that in the morning, Councilman. Right now, you need to get your rest.
Roger, could I stay here just a bit longer? I really haven't been with Frank all day.
All right, but not too long. The candidate needs plenty of rest. He's got a lot of work ahead of him.
If you can get me into that wheelchair by next week, I'll do anything you say.
Good. Good night.
Good night, Roger.
I don't understand how he could let you out of this hospital.
It could win the election.
I'm tired of hearing about the election.
Dee,
What?
this election is very important. Not just for me, but for all of us. I'd hoped you thought it'd be important too. But if you don't, if you're tired of it, then I don't want to know about it. I've been working towards this for years. And I'll be darned if I'm going to pass up the chance at the city council seat without a fight. This situation might not come along for another 10 years. And if Charlie and Bob say a personal appearance can be the deciding factor, and my doctors say it's okay, then I'm going to do it, and no one's going to stop me.
They don't care about you. I care about you. They're using you, Frank.
They're not using me. They just know how badly I want to win.
Charlie Ferris is. All he cares about is the party. You're on the ticket, so he's pushing you. He doesn't care if you're well enough.
But you do care, is that it?
Yes, I do.
Dee, I have to say that your concern for my welfare is a little hard to take.
Why?
When you stop to think of how I got into this hospital bed to begin with, it starts to get a little funny.
Frank?
Oh, I know you were angry. I realize I had given you reason to be angry. And I understand that you didn't mean to push me.
Honestly, I didn't mean to do it, Frank. I didn't mean to do it.
But the fact remains that after you pushed and you saw me lying there at the bottom of the stairs, you didn't do anything about it. You left me there. You didn't go to tell anybody what happened. You left me lying there unconscious on the landing with a fractured skull and a broken vertebra.
I didn't know what to do.
You'd think that the person who cares most about me in all the world would have gone and gotten a doctor. Instead, all you did was that you went across the street, you climbed into my parents' bed, and you took a little nap.
I was frightened.
Yeah, I'll bet you were.
I'm trying to make up to you, Frank.
Dee, the best thing you can do for me right now is to just stop interfering in what's none of your business. I'm going to make that appearance, and no one's going to stop me. Do you get it?
Hey, I was hoping to catch you before you got away. Is he resting? Good. Now, what I want you to do is to stop worrying. And we're not going to let anything happen that's going to undo all of our hard work.
This campaign is going to be the end for Frank.
Well, wouldn't it be healthier to try and think of it as a whole new start for him?
And what about me?
You're his wife. Surely you want him to win.
Well, if he's going to be my husband, I don't want him involved with campaign meetings and elections. I don't care if he loses this campaign. I really don't care.
Delia, what would he do then?
He would spend some time with me and my child. Just for once.
Frank hasn't been at home very much?
No, Frank hasn't been at home for months. You know what I wish? I wish the campaign was over. And I wish the election was lost. And then Frank could open up a small law practice somewhere over on Broadway. And then little John would start school. And I could work as his assistant. Kind of like a secretary. We'd be together all the time.
Dee, Frank is one of the most popular men in Riverside. Now, if the people find out that he's healthy enough to serve, how can he lose? No one can stop him.
Oh, I can. And I will do anything to keep him from winning.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.